Hi there, comic book friends. I'm Travis, and it's New Comic Book Day, or at least New Comic Book Day for me. I'm doing this live because I am really short on time. It is clearly 1 o'clock on Saturday, and I just finally got my comics, got into town from playing some drums, drinking myself some tea out of my Los Pojos. So I'm going to do this quick. Hopefully I can do this quick enough that then I can turn around and get some comics read. Some people want to be on the show. I don't know if there's going to be a show. It depends on how fast I get these read. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll whip through these. I've got my big old wad here. It looks like a wad. It says 21, so I don't know. It looks bigger than 21, though. So is there tons of advertisements or something? I have no idea. But we're going to quickly whip through these. Then I'll see if I can get some read. And maybe there'll be a show tonight. I don't know. Like I said, kind of pressed for time. So that being said, let's run through real quick what I got here. Black Widow issue number 11. Penultimate issue, because I believe this ends at 12. Been really loving it. Excellent stuff. Chris Samney is a great storyteller. They should just give the dude his own books, whatever. Yeah, would love to see him do some DC work someday. But at any rate, great stuff. Great stuff. Looking forward to that. Another book I'm looking forward to, Black Science, issue number 28. Love this cover. Super science team. So they're now in a reality where a whole bunch of the people that have been jumping around with the pillar are acting like superheroes. So they're science superheroes. So pretty much looking forward to that. It should be pretty awesome. Great stuff there. Batgirl Birds of Prey. This is Soldier of Fortune, so it's a new story arc. We'll see where that goes. I kind of enjoy. I enjoy Batgirl and Birds of Prey. Nothing particularly special about it. Just I like the grouping of characters, so that's mostly why I read it. Looking forward to this. This is new Batman All Stars. This is the End of the Earth. Tula Toy on art, so super stoked by that, and Frank Avella also on art. That's a Tula Toy cover. Huge fan of hers. Really like her work. So looking forward to doing, seeing her do, a Batman. I'm excited about that, and Poison Ivy and that sort of thing. Still, we're looking forward to sometime. I hope this year we're going to get that Warren Ellis Tula Toy book that was talked about almost more than a year ago now at this point, but I'm excited for that. This is the new book. This is the number 1. This is Wanted, Dead or Alive. Interesting. It's a Wanted poster. I don't even see where it says number 1 on the cover. That is the cover, though. Huh. On the back of it, it says number 1 of 4. So a fun little mini series. It's a Western. That's why it's got the Wanted poster look to it. So I'm excited about that. No idea really what it's about, other than I know it's a Western, and I usually a sucker to pick up a few Westerns along the way. Anyway, so we have Detective Comics issue 950 here. League of the Shadows prologue. We'll see what we got going on with this. Detective Comics has been lots of fun as far as a Bat Family type book. It's been pretty enjoyable. Love all the characters that are in it and the characterizations of all of them. So it's pretty much been a hit all on. 31 of East and West. I got the regular cover as opposed to the Rob Liefeld tribute cover, which looked terrific to me. But anyway, always excited to see what's going on with East and West. Curious to see what story they're telling us now. They kind of jump around the story. Always makes sense. Never feel lost. But they got a lot of moving parts going on in this world. And 31 issues in. Always still excited to check it out and see what that's going to be like for sure. Moonshine number 5. Mostly pick it up for the art. Eduardo Rizzo's art is brilliant as always. The story, parts of the story are really interesting, and then parts of it are kind of like, okay, whatever, what's your point? But some of the stuff is pretty enjoyable there. So looking forward to the parts that I like, and if nothing else, looking at the great art that's in it. Ms. Marvel issue number 15. I think we're dealing with more of the somebody is like stalking online and that sort of stuff, kind of thing. I still really like Ms. Marvel, but it's lost some of its, I don't know, there's some piece of charm or some something about it. And it's not that I've read 20 plus issues of it. I don't think that's it. But I don't know. There are other books that are competing with the mojo that this, what the feelings that this book gives me, I guess. But anyway, still enjoying it. Briefly, the people who are watching me live, hi, Rez Reads and Comic Crack, Terrence and Rez, how's it going? Next up, we have the new Superman. This is Training Day. I don't really like New Superman. I just think New Superman is a lot of fun. I hear they bring back some old school villain in this. I don't know, some really, really old villain in it. So curious to see about that. Yeah, but I've really been enjoying New Superman. It's as far as one of the monthly comics, I enjoy it quite a bit. It's actually a really fun comic. Red Hood and the Outlaws, issue number 7. There we clearly have our Of Mice and Men thing going on here on the cover. I think that's possibly kind of the story that's going on inside too. How do you solve a problem like Bizarro? So curious to see where that goes, what kind of a story we get. I like these combination of characters. I'm curious to see what we do with them. So far, Lobdell continues to not fall down. We all keep waiting for it, but 7 issues in, I think it's time to quit holding our breath, right? It might happen, but quit holding our breath about it. So, yeah. The final installment of Dead Man, the Dark Mansion of Forbidden Love. This has been okay. I like the Dark Man, the Dead Man cover. So, I'll read it and check it out for what it is. It's not as special as some of the stuff in the past, but we'll see how it ends. Maybe the ending of it will give us something. It's a square bound book. I don't know if you can see that. It's a square bound book. It's actually, I think it's like $6 is what the price tag is on it because of that. But I like the format. It's more expensive. You get more pages. It's formatted better. It's a hefty weighted book and whatnot. I'm okay with that. Wicked and Divine. This is issue what? I want to say 2026. Really curious to see what's going on here. We're getting a point where it's kind of a some sort of a tipping point with a story. The darkness, that supposedly evil darkness that's creeping around out there, seems to have shown itself. Whether or not it's some of the ruse, I don't know. But it's looking pretty dire for some of the characters. We're getting some more action and whatnot, which is really interesting because this comic typically doesn't have a lot of action in it. But yeah, so it's gonna be pretty cool. Pretty cool for sure. The Dead Man went 3 issues. It was 3 issues. There's kind of this deluxe format. Like I said, this being square bound, but they call them volume 1, 2, and 3 to tell the story. So it's probably the equivalent of about 9 issues or so. I would guess what the equivalent is. Motor Crush issue number 3. We'll see where this goes. I've already decided to drop it. I love the way the book looks between Stewart and Tar on the book. Stewart doing the breakdowns of Tar, doing finishes and whatnot. It's pretty smartly drawn and whatnot. I enjoy that. The story itself isn't enough to really grip me. It feels light on substance in places that I want it to have more. And that's me being critical of a book when I'm clearly reading other books that maybe aren't powerful on substance either, but it has characters that I know and enjoy. This doesn't particularly. I'm not hooked by any character that's in this in particular. So probably going to give this a pass after this point because there's just a lot of other independent books coming out and I want to check some of those out, and something has to give somewhere. So this is one of the ones I think is going to give, unless I read issue 3 and it blows my mind, I guess. So we have The Lost Boys. This is issue number 5. I think there's been like one more issue left of this, I think. It's basically just playing homage to the movies and whatnot. It's a spin out of that. It's been all right. Nothing super exciting. I didn't need something to do this. The only reason I get this book is it's part of a package deal. I get a bundle deal from Discount Comic Book Service. And so I'm picking up all the Vertigo books. So this happens to be one I pick up too. And it'll probably be the last thing I read in the pile. Here is issue 4, I want to say. Yeah, issue 4 of Black. That's a great cover. It's a Donkey Kong knockoff cover with Trump being Donkey Kong, and the guy that's running along throwing the hammer is the judge, and the Ku Klux Klan and cops. They're all attacking our character. Very smart cover. The covers to these books are super smart. I have to say, I really, really wish that the inside and what was written was smart too, because it's not nearly as smart as what this is. Unless this issue 4 just cracks things open. That feels to me like the premise of this book did not get executed along. I mean, it's kind of a what if only blacks had superpowers. What would that be like? How would that change the world or whatever? And basically it wouldn't at all. They're still in hiding. They're still whatever. And I just don't, it's not doing it for me. It's not kind of what I thought it might be. And it's not, like I said, it's not as smart as what I was hoping it was going to be. I was hoping it would really punch it up with the social commentary and whatnot. And this cover has way more social commentary than what is in the book for me anyway. I think this is the last issue I'm going to get. I did drop it. I hear it's actually ending at 5 or 6, I think. So I may end up hunting those down just to have the complete thing. But if this was going to be an ongoing, I would clearly be done, because it's not addressing the stuff I was hoping that I get to see addressed by a bunch of black creators. I was really hoping that it would be something, especially like I said, the way the premise was delivered. I thought it was going to be something else there, but no, doesn't seem the case. So Birthright, issue 22, just as always, really like this book. The Brinson art is just awesome. That's a cover, but it's the cover. I mean, that's a big reason I really enjoy this, a book with lots of high fantasy in it and whatnot. Magic realism, I guess, because they're also in the real world for part of it and whatnot. Just excited to see where the book goes. What's going on with Mikey's girlfriend, who's pregnant, is about ready to give birth. They've crossed over onto Earth. If she gives birth in our dimension, she won't go back to her dimension. Lots of crazy stuff there. So excited to see what that is going to be about. It should be pretty cool. Yeah. Wonder Woman, issue number 16. Super excited by this. Why am I super excited by this? Because Blisk Everly is now on art, and just classic, beautiful Wonder Woman. I love Nicola Scott art. I'm gonna have to check out another. This will be the second issue of her art that I'm checking out in Wonder Woman. The first one was the kind of the Minerva story. But boy, she is awesome stuff. I've started following her on Instagram, so I get to see lots of Wonder Woman work as it's happening, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So I am super excited about that, to see what that's gonna be like. And I'm gonna waste a few more precious moments of comic book time, because I'm just really curious if it says in here. Look at that. She's battling I don't know, this camera probably doesn't focus very well, but she's battling a lion there, pulling its mouth open. That is just gorgeous stuff. Kind of looking to see, because I'm curious to see. Okay, so that's what I wondered about. So it says that she does the pencils, because I've seen lots of her Blue Line work. And then it says that Blisk Everly, Mark Morales, Andrew Hensey, and Raul Fernandez all work on inks. But she does all the inks on the cover. So I'm curious to see what that ends up looking like with that many people doing inks. Will I be able to see the difference between the inks in here? Looks pretty cool. Looks like she fights a Shamara in this. So, or however you say that, the thing that's got the lion body and the goat head and a whatever head and a whatever head. So, anyway, curious to see ultimately what that ends up looking like. Another once a month book I super love from DC. This is Superwoman, issue number 7. Just really great stuff. Jimenez has been writing a great story. Really curious, really invested in this character. I find her really interesting, and so I am super stoked to continue to read it. Just been lots of good stuff in it. My comments real quick here. Yes. If I can find where her pages are on sale, do smell a future purchase of Wonder Woman pages, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I just don't know if her stuff's for sale. I'm not sure exactly how that works. When she's penciling She doesn't ink all of her own stuff, so I haven't done some serious research to find out who's selling her work if somebody is. So if they are, I'm gonna be getting it. So here we are. This is Supergirl, Sins of the Father. This is issue number 6. I think this is the end of this arc. Probably the end of me reading Supergirl too. Enjoy it. It's fine. Just not quite what I want. I hope that other people who are really invested in Supergirl continue to get the book and it continues to be successful. I wish it success. It's just I'm at a point where, like I said, there's some books I'm just having to drop. To some degree, they probably sound like arbitrary reasons. Why am I keeping this when I'm saying it's a great book and I'm hanging on to Batgirl and Birds of Prey? And I say sometimes it's kind of the difference in my investment in the characters, if nothing else. I'm more invested in like those other characters more than I care for Supergirl. But I really have enjoyed this. I like this stylized art for this book and whatnot. Ching has done a great job. I think it's smart for this type of comic and stuff. But I'm reading the other Supergirl miniseries that's coming out right now too. So it's going to be what that is. And finally, the last thing I got that I'm super, super excited about, an adaptation of a favorite book of mine. I've probably read the book 5 times, and I don't really read novels more than once, and that is Moby Dick. Herman Melville's Moby Dick. And this is a hardback, super sexy hardback. I don't know how you say that. I don't know if Rez is still watching. She would be the one that would be able to pronounce that for us. I don't know if that's Chabier. But look at that gorgeous cover. Maybe it looks black and white on the camera, but it has a little bit of color to it, a little bit of browns and grays in there and whatnot. Just a huge, crazy fan of Moby Dick. You know, I am Ishmael. That opening paragraph, I love that whole opening paragraph. I mean, everybody knows the Call Me Ishmael line, which is the first line of it. That whole beginning paragraph about just reaching a point where, you're going kind of crazy and you need to kind of get away from stuff. So you go to the sea. I'm not a big fan of the sea necessarily, but I love this story. I love obsession stories, and part of this is the whole obsession, with Ahab going after the great white whale. I love all kinds of stuff about this. I love the fact. I love, and I think it's sad, the fact that Herman Melville, he wrote this. He got about $1,000 is all he ever got for Moby Dick. I think after he died, his wife maybe got $100 or something like that. Here in America, we didn't care for it. It wasn't recognized. The critics kind of scourged him and blew him off as nothing. I guess in like England, they thought he was like the bee's knees. They were impressed with it anyway. But so, it's all black and white, but God Almighty, it is gorgeous. Yeah, I'm just super excited. Here's this, snowy, rainy day. And I am super stoked to have gotten this. Like I said, big, huge Moby Dick fan. I'm thinking that's Ahab right there, our guy with the beard. So very, very much looking forward to checking this out, seeing what all it has. And it's hefty. It's a big book. So yeah, super, super excited about that. I'm just very, very, very pumped. There he is, sticking a whale. I don't know what whale they're harvesting a whale there. Yeah, we'll have books that have the time. Take the time to give us some silent stuff, because there's no reason for us not to have this silent moment of him stabbing into the whale. Actually, there's lots of them. So yeah, I think this is them cutting it up, burning down the blubber, eating some of the blubber and stuff. Anyway, super excited by it. Yeah, cool stuff. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna jump off now. Thanks to everybody who watched live. Have a great Saturday, everybody. If you're somebody who watches the Comic Book Roundtable, there might be a Comic Book Roundtable. I don't know. Depends how many books I get read. If I only get 2 or 3 books read, then I don't know. I'm not gonna have much to say. So we'll see. We'll see. I know other people want to do the Comic Book Roundtable, so maybe we'll make it happen. Anyway, have a great one, everybody, and I will see you all at some other point.